So, for all the partners out there of pregnant women, pleasuring them during this period of time is one of the biggest gifts that you can give to them. And this includes pampering them to no end. For many pregnant women, this is a time where their body is going through so many different changes, and she's experiencing things where she might have low energy or not feeling well, or she's just not sure what's happening with her body. Maybe her nipples are really sensitive. There's all kinds of changes and things happening. So one of the things that I found effective for me was when my partner checked in with me about what felt good and what didn't, because everything changed suddenly. When at one point I had loved light touch before I was pregnant, suddenly it just was like, ugh, just does not feel good. Or I liked certain stimulation to my breast, it no longer felt good. So it was not only about me rediscovering my body, but about my partner rediscovering my body. And he was able to really find things that were totally new, that I had never liked before. And then suddenly I was finding, wow, I really like it when you use deeper pressure. When I thought, well, during pregnancy I'm fragile, or I would like something a lot lighter. But no, I found that I really liked deep, heavy pressure, more presence, touch that felt more on one place as opposed to roaming all over my body. And that was a really big thing for us, was him being able to find those ways to pleasure me and pamper me where I didn't feel like I had to do a lot of work, or that I was expending a lot of extra energy, especially during that first trimester. And what I found most effective for me was feeling no pressure. I think when I felt pressure was when I just felt just turned off, and like I didn't want to engage with my partner. But when it was just like, how about I give you a foot massage, or how about I run a bath for you, or how about I light some candles, or we just cuddle for a little while. And then all of a sudden I'd start finding my sexual energy rising to where I wanted to engage more sexually and wanted to have that type of connection, because I didn't have any pressure to enter into any kind of intercourse or lovemaking. That it was just more of intimacy and bonding that was happening between us. And as things progressed, then my sex drive got higher, and I started initiating more with my partner. But I think the thing that allowed me to really initiate was that he never pressured me into doing anything that I didn't want to do. So then it was on my own terms, and it was me finding my own way into my own pleasure, and he was more than willing to accommodate me in that pleasure and do the work so that I could find myself in that, because my body was changing. And I think one of the hardest things for me was my body image, putting on, right now I've put on about 20 to 25 pounds, and for a lot of women, putting on extra weight just feels like, oh my gosh, I'm getting fat, or you're not going to be attracted to me. And that was one of my biggest fears, was that my partner was no longer attracted to me. So reinforcing to her that she's beautiful, that you love her body, that you love touching her body. And if you find yourself not attracted to her pregnant body, that you work through that together, that you can voice that, your body has changed and I'm feeling awkward about how your body is, and taking time to rediscover and find her sexiness and her new body, and celebrating this time of life, and that it's only a 9-month period, and that learning ways that you can really enjoy her body and her new body. I had one man say to me that he loved when his wife was pregnant, because it was almost like he got to have sex with another woman. So thinking of it that way, as if like I'm with a new body, I'm with another woman, that can be a turn on in some ways, that suddenly you have a woman with big voluptuous breasts when she may not have had those before. You have a woman with this belly, that's a whole new landscape. So there's more to love, and exploring her new body can be another way of really pleasuring the pregnant woman, and a way of pampering her by praising her body and nurturing her body through massage, through kissing, through baths, through all of these different ways, feeding her. So finding ways to be intimate that are creative, and finding ways that you both enjoy being together. It can also not mean that you have sex. It could be taking her out on a date during this time, giving her flowers, really romantic things that encourage the bonding and encourage the love between you, which then opens her up, or opened me up, to feeling more sexy, opened me up to feeling more loved, which ultimately opened me up to wanting to have sexual intercourse and really enter into those more juicy, adventurous places of wanting to go back into some of what I felt before pregnancy, where I was very sexually adventurous. Having that foundation of love and care and intimacy allowed me to blossom into that. So I think that's the most important key to pleasuring the pregnant woman, is no pressure and creating a foundation of intimacy, love, connection, and bonding with one another that makes her feel sexy, sensual, and safe.